Receive me too. Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to say, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, and of the spirits of heaven and earth, giving much honor to his son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right arm, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation, and the only one to plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for salvation. Shout out to Great Millstone, double honors to the prophets that gave us this truth, GMS Great Millstone, and the ones who led us back to Yahweh and getting us prepared for these dark times ahead. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the word. You may not be from Great Millstone, but you still follow them. You go to the highways and byways. You do the work at home. And much honor to those brothers as well. Shout out to the Aqua, the beautiful woman that's in the word. And whether you got a man or not, you still listen to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh. And you listen and you learn in silence. Coming back at you with another episode through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And this is just to some updates that I heard. And a lot of prophecy that's taking place is pretty detrimental. We get into a point to where people just gonna lie, and the truth is out there, and it's to the point to where people can prove it, and there's proof of the word being true. Then all these people doing is just lying to themselves and being in their own ignorance and being in their own devices. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the mark of the beast is becoming more and more evident, and it's like it's in the news, it's in the talk, and it actually exists. It's located in Sweden, and it's very, very real now. People are starting to recognize it and see it for what it is. It's only a time limit to when it's gonna happen and when it's gonna take place and how they're gonna move it and how they're gonna distribute it across the world, and it's just like a ticking time bomb. It is there. It's very real, and this is gonna take place and it's gonna go underway soon, So while you seeing one of the biggest prophecies of all time, one of them, about to pass by and manifest itself, the best thing for you to do is to get good with Yahweh and make your journey back to God before something major happens, because they telling you, like, all these months is leading up to this year that's coming up, and the next year that major events are going to happen to where everybody ain't gonna have no choice, but to pay attention. And it's more of a drop what you doing and paying attention type of thing, and you ain't gonna have no choice. So you better, everybody that know the word, everybody that know the stories about Yahweh, the Most High is omnipresent, past, present, and future. So he told us everything that is happening now. He told us everything about our past, and he foretold the future. So it was only to help us and for our learning. So we already looking down on what's down the road and what's coming ahead, and you don't want to be that person to where you acted at the last minute. So hey, at this point, you know what I'm saying? At this point, we don't cross the threshold. You know what I'm saying? This summer or this year was that year, of Yahweh Shem Shai starting to release his wrath on the earth. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that don't believe in the word, a lot of people that say that the word ain't real, they actually being corrected. You know what I'm saying? So, it's great times, and it's gonna get real scary, and we only at the beginning of all of this that's coming. So, it's not good to not believe. These non-believers are starting to look like, idiots. It says I can look out in Revelation chapter 6, verse 1. It says, "Now I saw when the Lamb had opened one of the four living creatures, saying with a voice like thunder, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, at a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer." Now that's Yahweh Shai. Not only that he gonna come and conquer right now, he said he would slay his enemies with the truth. Now the truth is out there conquering, and there's nothing bigger than the Bible right now that's going on. Now, like I said, the people that don't believe and the people that's not paying attention, you know what I'm saying, them the ones that's gonna get caught off unawares, you know. So, you know, those of us that's a part of this and that know the secrets and, you know, have that wisdom and knowledge and understanding, we know what's going on, you know. But now, you know, like I said, the truth is so big to the point to where it's something you can't miss. So now people that don't believe, they just don't believe, and people that are liars, they being found liars. You know what I'm saying? People that's looking the other way, they just looking the other way. You know, something so massive, you choose to ignore it like it's not there. You know. And it says, "And I looked, and behold, a wait." This is verse 3. It says, "When he opened the second seal, I heard the living creatures saying, Come and see. And another horse, fiery red, and it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that the people should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword." So that's Esau, the white man. And the white man's job right now, as we speak, is taking a piece from the earth and having people turn on one another. And how is he going to do this? Through the plagues that's running around, through the starvation. You know what I'm saying? Through all the lies, because people being told all these lies and all these things, and they actually believe it. You know, through his media. You know, through the money. You know, a lot of people don't consider all of these a possibility. You know, these are all possibilities. Nobody never said that none of this can't happen. Nobody said it was impossible. You know what I'm saying? These are all possibilities that can happen and most likely will happen. And the story, Yahweh give and Yahweh take away. If you like Yahweh when he blessing you, shouldn't you accept him in adversity? So a lot of this stuff that's happening and that's taking place, like your money, your cars, your family, and all that can be taken away. Nobody said that the economic collapse wasn't a part of the possibilities. That shit is very real. It's something that everybody should be paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming. You know what I'm saying? They never said that it didn't exist. All these things don't exist. No, they do exist. It's very real. And the crazy part about some of these events is that they've all happened before. So, you know, but the people that's how Esau got them, you know, tied in. What, you got something?
Yeah, let's say this, Amos chapter 3, verse 6, and it say, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Hashem shall have not done it?" So at the end of the day, well, while this trumpet is getting blown through the internet and all over the streets with the men that's doing the work, and on the highways and byways, they hear this trumpet, but they're not afraid. And at the end of the day, all this evil and judgment, because he executed righteous judgment, you know, righteousness and judgment, that's what the Most High do, you know, and he gonna judge you, and everybody that don't believe it, you know, they ain't gonna know who done it, they ain't gonna know why or what's going on, you know, you're gonna be lost in these days, and you're gonna get caught up. And that's what Esau want, you know, for all these other religions and false things that they bring out up in this world, you know, idols and everything, that we're not supposed to go by abide with, you know, because that's no power in them, you know, it's only lead to death. And you got to step away from those things.
And it says, "Should a trumpet be blown and the people not afraid?" Now, all these events that are prophetic and all these events that's coming from the Bible, you know what I'm saying, including the prophets, you know, and all the strange things that you're seeing, you know what I'm saying, the chariots, all that, those are different trumpets that's being blown off. You don't have to hear a trumpet for it to go off. You got to use spiritual sense. to hear these trumpets going off. You know what I'm saying? And these trumpets been going off like sirens. You know what I'm saying? Like nuclear sirens. They've been going off, and a lot of us been seeing these different events and seeing these different things, and been spiritually awakened so we can be spiritually aware. And to make matters worse, the people, you know what I'm saying, they not mindful of the scourges that God is sending. So they're gonna wait until the maximum, till the scourges is just out of control, to finally pay attention. But for right now, it's a lot of ignorant people. It's a lot of people that's wicked. It's a lot of people that's just fucking evil. You know what I'm saying? And they choose. It's at a point to where you choosing not to pay attention to what's going on. You want to consider everything a conspiracy theory. You want to consider, certain things just stories and shit. No, hell no. A lot of us know that a lot of the stuff that's coming out of the Bible are not just stories. You know what I'm saying? These are not just legends. They're very true, and they taking place right before your eyes. So how long will it take? You know what I'm saying? How long would it take to manifest for you to figure out that it's real? The sun and the moon is real, and can't no white man and can't nobody tell you how they run. You know what I'm saying? They just there. So it's also telling you that there's something bigger out there. A lot of people don't care about that. The white man got a design where they living in their own little worlds. Well, you can do all that when the trials and tribulation happen. That's what we gonna laugh at. Just pretend like nothing is happening. Go to work, take your ass to work, go and make your money, even though the money is gonna be worthless and there ain't gonna be no jobs. But still, this is how we gonna mock them. Because Yahweh said, I'll mock you when your calamity come, and your terror come like a whirlwind, per se. I forgot how he rephrased it. But yeah, that's exactly how it's going to happen. Instead of us being sad that your kids are dying, or you catching some horrible disease, or you starving to death, you and your wife, we're going to understand, if Yahweh willing, he allow us to live that long, we're going to understand why it's happening. You know what I'm saying? And we going to laugh. That's what the fuck y'all get, because y'all same motherfuckers that used to be evil, y'all motherfuckers suffering. They getting, you going to get yours. And it's going to get to the point to where it's real sad, but you brought that shit on yourself,
Yeah.
you know?
I got a precept. This is Isaiah 46, verse 8 through 10. It says, "Remember this and show yourselves, man. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember the former kings of old, for I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there is none, Salakia, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, in the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure."
You
So
can't.
all my pleasure.
Can't stop God. That's why the white men be like, why was I made evil? Why was I made this and that? Because Yahweh can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? He does whatever he wants. There's no stopping God. There's no changing his mind. You know what I'm saying? The Most High got a whole council. He got a whole court, but he don't judge them off their decisions. He don't judge off their decisions. He judge off his own decisions. You know what I'm saying? The way he want to do things. So when people is over there getting mad and people over there tripping when these times come, they going to blame God for it. You right. God is to blame for it. And they going to want him to stop. They going to want him to change or to relent on the curses and on the plagues. But the Lord is not going to stop. He's going to do and fulfill his pleasure. And right now, his pleasure right now is fulfilling his wrath. In order to appease his wrath, he gotta let it go. That's the point to where Yahweh is at, and it's elevating day after day. And time is very short. So like a week ago, one day broke the time record. You know what I'm saying? It was the one like last week. One of those days out of the week was the fastest day ever recorded. So you gotta understand how fast these times are going. You gotta understand how the days are short. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be. The Bible states that it's going to be a lot of life lost. It's going to be so much life lost that the time has to go faster in order for the elect to be saved. Other than that, all of us would die by these plagues and by this great destruction. That's why a lot of us see that, and we, changing our ways and cleaning ourselves up and making it better. We know the truth behind the world. We know the truth behind the universe and the planets and the stars. We know that it's a higher power up there. You know what I'm saying? For people to say that God don't exist, and for people to say that the prophecy's not real, and these people on the highways and byways is crazy, and y'all just crazy, y'all just conspiracy theories. No, it's not. Don't look like it no more. Shit. For real, what people gonna do when that mark of the beast show up and they finally start moving it across the world because they done finally got rid of the cash? What is people gonna do? You know, so it's only a matter of time, you know. But the best part about it is that the same people that doubt God, them the ones that's gonna get it. And that's what we waiting for, mainly to watch these evil people suffer and to watch them be destroyed. It's, you know, sorry to make it sound like that, but that's what a lot of us righteous is looking for. The Most High is gonna take revenge for us.
Yep.
And we ain't gotta really do nothing. It says, oh, you got one?
Oh yeah, I got Jeremiah. Jeremiah 11:11. It says, "Therefore thus says the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them."
Help me, Lord, help. God gonna be like, you know, want to kill him, the one that's screaming the loudest. For real, nigga, God is not gonna come when you want him to. You know what I'm saying? God is gonna come when you need him. And right now, we need him. When the time comes and all of this hell break loose, he's not gonna answer. Now you want him to come. You want him to come. It wasn't never a need during your lifetime to pray, to worry about God, to know what he looked like, to know where your ancestors come from, what happened to us as a people. You know, all people was worried about was money, cars, clothes, making it. I'm gonna be better than you. It was always a division, you know, and amongst our people, you know, the children of Israel. And a lot of prophets tell you how special you are, and you disregard it. Like, it's just too impossible. I'm not that special like you say that I am. I'm just like everybody else. We all around the world. We all share the body, and we all look the same, and just different lies that our people was taught, and our people don't understand who they are, but the whole world knows who they are, but they don't. But it's just sad that when you call on him, he not gonna answer you. He gonna let all that death come and take you, and he gonna be on you for bad and not for good. So, especially those lazy brothers that's out there that don't do no work, don't try. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you can criticize the prophets and you can criticize everybody else, but on your YouTube account, you only got like 2 or 3 rap videos downloaded on there, and you don't have no works. You don't have nothing. So that's exactly why the Most High is going to destroy you, because you don't love him, and because you ain't never worked for him. You ain't never been through nothing. So he not going to save you when you're going through your darkest hours. So believe me, it's going to get bad for a lot of brothers. I ain't trying to be one of them niggas, man. Hell no. I got one. It says, when he opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd living creature say, "Come and see." So I looked, and behold, a black horse, and he that sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. And that's them plagues, you know what I'm saying? And the different laws that's coming in and setting in, they all got their own order, and they all got a certain balance. So you might see a plague, in New York, or you might see a plague in California. You know what I'm saying? That's because the Most High is having it set up in their own ways at their own times. Soon to be everywhere. But for right now, they're going through certain stages, and it's a balance between it all. And soon it's gonna overtake. And a lot of things that's balanced is gonna be like unbalanced.
Yeah.
And everything gonna go out of control. But for right now, there's a balance and there's an order to all of this, and it's not going in the way that the Christians expected it to be. The 7-year trial and tribulation, followed by the people getting beamed up. So when the collapse does happen, this is what the Christians gonna be looking for. to get beamed up, from the good, from the evil. They want to for Satan to fall out the sky and shit. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on the meteorite wormwood to come. All of these lies that we've been taught, and the truth is actually more base. It's actually more realistic than imaginary, like the dragon with the 7 heads and all of that. It gets more base. Instead of the dragon being a beast spiritually in the Bible, it's actually nations and different peoples, what I'm saying, that make up this beast, and it was actually the white man and his different generations throughout history. So a lot of things that the Christians are going to be looking for are going to be false, and they're going to start to figure out that they're being lied to, because when the collapse happened, that's when they gonna be like, oh, we about to get beamed up, Jesus gonna come, we gonna get beamed up during the economic collapse. And then they gonna realize that, how come we ain't got beamed up? You know what I'm saying? How come we still here? And why is all this stuff happening and our Savior hasn't appeared? Because they don't, and the God that they chose wasn't even real, so they don't have no God. And they gonna realize that the prophets was telling the truth about Yahweh and telling the truth about their nation and the people and who they are, that they're going to wake up at the last minute, but God is not going to answer them. And He's going to let them be taken by beasts, monsters, plagues, spirits, all kinds of things that's going to be happening, that a lot of us is trying to avoid that. We got to go through it, but we're trying to avoid all that, the catastrophes and all the dangers. But, overall, the Bible has the chronological order. So, we don't know. Only Yahweh know. Like the Most High said, like Yahweh Shai said, I don't even know when Yahweh Shai gonna act. I just, what I'm saying? He never told nobody when he was gonna move, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know the order of the prophecies. They just coming off the page, they just popping out in their own order. So, that black horse is representative of the order and the plagues that's taking place. They all got their own order. They all got their own way of how it's gonna happen.
And this is Psalms 86, verse 8. It says, "Among the gods there is none like you, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Neither are there any works like unto your works. All nations whom has made shall come and worship before you, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and shall glorify your name. For you are great and does wondrous things. Thou art Yahweh Bashem Yahushua alone. Your power alone. Teach me your way, O Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. I will walk in your truth till I get. Unite my heart to fear your name." And that's what's going on. All over the world you see it, but it's only to the people that can see. It has the ears to hear and the eyes to see. That's the only ones that's going to see what's going on and be delighted in Most High works. You delight yourself in doing the works and speaking for Him. Like He say, who shall speak for me? And it ain't going to be too many that speak for Him, but they're going to know that the word of the Most High is powerful. Like, how we speaking right now, we're telling you with all honest truth, everything that is right in His book, that is no lie, is coming straight out. Everybody's going to bear witness, and when calamity and destruction come upon this earth, which is all the pestilence and plagues and everything, you still won't believe because you're stiff-necked people. Like the Most High said, when I have taken you out of Egypt and you still mock the Most High, like, oh, why you can't do this, but you got it out of there, but why you can't do this for us? Like, y'all always want something more, but never gave back or followed the directions of His commandments, and that's all He wants. It's the simplest thing. But yet y'all go staring off, y'all stare off, and y'all just have a hard heart. Nobody can get to you. Your mind is too walking in your ways, and the only person that's gonna get to you, like He says, most 2/3 y'all gotta learn through death.
The scary part about y'all is that that God exists, you just choose not to believe. That was the whole point of the 2/3 and them going against God after the exodus of Egypt, because they seen Yahweh, they seen it proved, they seen His existence, but they provoked Him by saying, we just not gonna believe in you if you don't give us this. We just not gonna pray if you don't give us that. You know what I'm saying? Our gods, the gods that we worship, gave us anything that we wanted. And you know what I'm saying? And why we got to be tested, why we got to go through this and that when we can just have what we want. So, the 2/3 know that Yahweh is real, that God is black. and they know that they're Israelites, but they choose not to go back to God. It's their choice. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, not only by design, He got it like that, but at the same time, it's their choice, because we got a minimum of free will, but over design, or as it is written, if you go against God, it was meant for you to. So that's them 2/3 that go against the Lord, and not only they made the choice, it was their destiny to be against God. So sometimes it all go down to the will of Yahweh, and the Most High may put it on the spirit for some 2/3 to turn around and to acknowledge they sins and to change their ways. Sometimes it don't have to be about the Most High. Sometimes it can be they self that they battling. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh damn, that mean I gotta do this and that. I gotta change this and that. I gotta stop dating this person. You know what I'm saying? I can't be around my kids as much. Or however you got going on. Because some people be in deep situations, especially when it comes to the addiction that I've noticed, and it comes to the other races and the other nations that a lot of us brothers we get tangled into. Some of us brothers is dating Chinese women. Some of us is married to white women, which makes the situation way worse. You know what I'm saying? Some of us is addicted to weed and smoking crack, you know what I'm saying, which makes your situation bad. And the certain spirits that come on you are very difficult to get off. Sometimes a lot of brothers never make it out of that stage of, taming they self and getting rid of them spirits that's on them. So it's just not only by choice, but at the end of the day, sometimes, a lot of brothers, they can't defeat themselves, and, it's all fun and games until the Most High tell you to put that blunt down, or, you know what I'm saying, control your drinking habits, or, break up with your white woman, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that does happen. And, a lot of prophets, they had that in the argument, but how can you say that when one of the prophets had made sense, like God hate them, you know what I'm saying? Only through an act of war they can become a part of our, not a part of the nation, but they can become a part of our service, like concubines, and you know what I'm saying, for the maidens, like, and even a concubine can have a baby. But, so
yeah, true, but at the end of the day, like the Most High, He don't want them. Even after that, it's like you cannot sit with us type thing.
Yeah, we are different. Just the same way that they did us, we're gonna do them. So it's unavoidable, And another thing, like with the drugs and all that, you gotta be able to overcome that too. The Most High want to see that. If you can't overcome the simplest things, what makes you think you can overcome difficult things? So a lot of those men, you gotta be wary of. You know what I'm saying? And women too, you gotta be wary of them, because they ain't going to be able to withstand the trials and tribulations that's going to be coming in the end times. During tribulation, you're going to be worried about a blunt instead of worried about your life. Like, let me roll this blunt, but these niggas is coming right now. I need to smoke right now.
This is Psalms, Salakia for cutting you off, but this is Psalm 78, verse 22. Because they believe not in Yahweh and trusted not in His salvation. That's why everything gonna go down and go into them, because you trust not your Lord, which is the most powerful, the beginning and the Alpha and Omega. And He made everything, set all the foundations on this earth, and you're supposed to put yourself into Him, because and it says, this is in verse 23. It say, though He had commanded the clouds from above and opened the doors of heaven, these chariots, everything,
it makes perfect sense, because God uses earth and the stars and the sky as a reference to His existence. So a lot of people challenge God by like, where's God? If He come down now, I believe Him. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Israelites, the 2/3 was mocking Yahweh Shai. Call the angels down to lift you up off the cross, and then we'll believe you. And Yahweh Shai was angry at that, and the Most High was angry at that too, because they was like, but don't you consider the things around you? Why you think Yahweh Shai was talking in parables, and He was using the earth as an example in His parables? Metaphor. Like a fig tree that was shaken in the mighty wind. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about the tree represent, you know what I'm saying, the Israelites that got shook, you know what I'm saying, by the truth. You know what I'm saying? That mighty wind is Yahweh Shai, when he shook the shit out of that fig tree. You know what I'm saying? And only the strongest, whatever a fig tree, I forgot what a fig tree is, but it be having leaves and plants on it and shit.
A fig tree is one of those trees that You got the big bush and everything green, like like the tree of life. That's what they were talking about, like fig tree. It's like one of those, but a nice, sturdy, hard tree with a good root.
Or the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Most High don't always got to consider you one of His favorites for Him to love you. You know what I'm saying? He loved all of Israel, whether great or small. You know what I'm saying? Some of them is gonna be saved at the end because they had a little bit of faith, and that little bit of faith was the all that they needed to make it. A lot of us make it difficult. Sometimes we make life difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, when you got the car, you got a house, you know what I'm saying? You got a family, that's all that you ever really needed. You know what I'm saying? Some of us desire more, like getting rich and, having money, have 13 houses, have like 20 cars, being able to travel to different countries. And the Most High is like, well, I'm designing you like that. I can't just I can give you the world, but, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be grateful for the things that you get from God. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be grateful for the things that you have. And, ultimately we was put here to suffer, but, we happy for what the things that we do have. When you got the family, you got the car, you know what I'm saying? You got your house, you already done made it. You know what I'm saying? The Most High say you done did the best that you could. Why strive to go even harder for things that don't even matter? Even the stuff that you got. Like in the book of Job, the stuff that he had didn't matter. All that mattered was the faith. That's all that mattered. So when the Most High took it away, he mourned and all of that, but he knew that it was a test. And when he passed the test, he got it all back. But like King Solomon, he realized that none of it even mattered. None of it even mattered. That's all materialism. The only thing that's supposed to... What?
No, those yours.
But yeah, at the end of the day, your faith is what's supposed to matter. Your love for the Most High is what's supposed to matter. We all know the secret is that all things come from the Most High. And I got a verse right here that says that too. Because the Most High say you disregard your body, you disregard your mind, your spirit, you disregard the animals, the earth, you know what I'm saying, the air, the stars, the moon. You know what I'm saying? You disregard all these things and still question God. Like I would understand if God had an angel appear before me right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Or if God would just heal my wounds miraculously within a blink of an eye. That's not how the Lord works. It's not. It says, Revelations 11, chapter 4, verse 11, you are worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things, and by your will they exist and were created. It's a lot of stuff in it. The world is not a small place. The world is big as hell, and it's a lot of things that God created in the earth that exist, and they all breathe the breath of life. They all have blood in them. You know what I'm saying? They all, are living things, and we are a living thing too. So, it's just hard to doubt God and his works. If you don't understand these works, how you gonna understand the works that God is gonna do in the end? And it's real simple. God say, I would save them all if it were possible, but they don't want to go. So it's real simple. If you want to be saved, clean yourself up and work towards that, and you can be saved. It's simple as hell. It's not difficult. The Most High is not evil and just greedy. He's very generous. You know what I'm saying? And he is long-suffering. He's slow to anger. So right now, you got to get in good and receive God's love and his mercy and his attention and establish a relationship with him, rather than later when he fed up and then his rage just pop out, and ain't no stopping God. You can't pray to God when he mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So, and we gonna know the ones that God done forsaken, and we gonna know the ones that are blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's there. So, for us to even get close to the mark of the beast and to be living in these times is a miracle. For us to see these things that we ain't never seen before. And we looking forward to it, you know what I'm saying? As scary as it is, we are looking forward to, seeing God. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius, meaning that and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, meaning that the Bible have foretold the hyperinflation, the inflation, meaning that things would be double its cost. You know what I'm saying? So it was already written in the Bible that the inflation would occur, causing the economic collapse. And if you don't listen to the prophets, if you don't listen to their breakdowns, then you'll never understand this book. You will never understand the book. The book leads you into all different places, especially if you're in Christianity, you're going to be forever lost. It says, when he opened, it says, a quart of wheat for a denarius and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because what people don't understand is that the food is going to get scarce, but it's not gone. You know what I'm saying? The white man, the God got the white man withholding all the food. This is where the test is going to become very, very realistic, and it's going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So the food and the wine, you know what I'm saying, and the oil, per se, like the oil and the wine and all this stuff that you think is vanishing is not technically gone. You know what I'm saying? It's just too expensive for us to afford. And they're gonna do it to where of course it's gonna run out, but it's not actually gone. So we know the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on. You may stumble into some old Edomite's house to where they got the food in storage, or the Most High may you may find what I'm saying, somebody home or somebody bunker that got all kind of food in it. The food, we'll be able to find food. That's not to the worry. It's just the events and the things that are going to be taking place that's going to be more of an impact. It says, when he opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice from heaven, a voice of the fourth living creature saying, come and see. It says, so I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him that sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him, and a power was given to them over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword and hunger, with death, and by the beasts of the earth. It says, he opened the fifth seal, and I saw an altar of the souls of those who had been slain for the word of Yahweh, for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, O Yahweh, how holy and true, how long, O Yahweh, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth. And that's the rest of them people, because it's going to be so many of us that believe that will die during the tribulation. And when we die, we go to judgment, and we'll be given our accusations. That's how bad the white man is going to get it, because so many accusations and so much proof is going against him that he is the devil, that the Bible say that he is, that these people are going to want, they're going to want instant revenge. They're going to want that vengeance, and the Most High is, it says, then a white robes was given to each of them, and it was said to them that they should rest a little while longer until the number of their fellow servants and their brethren who would be killed as they were was completed. So when it gets to the maximum of the chaos and Jacob's trouble and the mark of the beast and people being beheaded for the word of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, that's when the Most High is going to get his vengeance, especially when the mark of the beast is in place. It says, I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake. So that's the nuclear event. When he establishes the mark of the beast, then judgment will come, and then World War III will pop off, and then the nuclear event, because we're starting to see stages of the mark of the beast starting to take its center stage at different parts of the earth, and seeing different proofs of it happening, like the changing of the currencies, you know what I'm saying, going from cash to digital or to gold, however they doing it. The metaverse, people working real jobs on the internet, having people in this virtual reality stage, China and them doing the face scan and the hand scan, Amazon doing the first trial runs of the hand scan too. You know what I'm saying? We seeing it out there in Sweden and Iran. They want to do the little digital currency setup too, to equalize all the stuff that's going to happen. So it says, I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars fell from the earth as a fig tree drops its late figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. Then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place. Meaning that the bomb's gonna hit so hard, nuclear event is gonna be so terrifying. People they still not gonna know. They still not gonna know why it's happening, and what did they do to deserve such a terrible judgment. They not. The sun and the moon represents wisdom and knowledge, and a lot of people ain't even gonna know what hit them. That's how fast and how bad it's gonna come. So, you got any more else before I close out?
I got one. I want to say Proverbs 2:29. It say, for they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, they would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof when he tried to correct you. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. And that's everything y'all lean into and everything y'all feel like that's going to make y'all grow and be better than anything on the earth. You did not believe in the Lord, knowing damn well, can't say damn well because a lot of y'all 2/3 y'all got stuck in condemn where y'all at. But yeah, y'all know it's the biggest power. Y'all just don't want to believe it. Y'all so stuck in your mind. That's why it says right here, Proverbs 2:26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when your fear is coming. So when your fear come upon you, you're going to get mocked and laughed at just like you laughed at the people that was trying to warn you. And when you did get it good, let's say somebody did try to tell you and warn you, say, like the prophets always say, that's like somebody trying to wake up and tell you the house on fire. Is you're not going to listen to that alarm, or you're going to still lay back down and cover up and get burned alive. That's what's basically happening. You know, it's going to be a fast but slow death, you know. And when it comes upon you, it can be slow, it can be fast, or it can take time. But you're going to for sure get what you asked for and what the cause was for. And that's for you not believing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Karkash, which is the true power of this earth, and the one that sent his son, which is Yahushua, is only beloved too. We is beloved too, but before we got corrected, that was his beloved one that came down.
We're gonna be laughing at y'all niggas, man. I'm not gonna feel bad. Might be scared for my life, but I'm gonna be laughing at y'all niggas. God say laugh at them, take your life, because you gonna live to see these days, and you gonna see what happened to everybody that don't believe. You know, because people, when the economy crash, people gonna feel like, Jake gonna feel like he can be able to take and steal and do anything that he want. And then that's when the Most High is gonna send the dragon on them. You know what I'm saying? And that white man gonna come down and he gonna be chopping these niggas up to confetti. They gonna be dying. So, you know, be aware, and you better get back to Yahweh quick, because next year is gonna be a lot worse than this. They not only talking about problems with the grid, they talking about water droughts, you know what I'm saying, and you know, just certain things that you wouldn't believe that's happening out in the world. You know, sure, we running out of water over here at Lake Mead, and if they run out of water, how they gonna keep this city and whatever else is connected to with the lights on and keep it running? You know, so you gotta understand how little time we got left before impact. You know, and it's just like, shoot, hey, that's on y'all, but I'm about to just close out, man.
I got one more. This is last. It's Proverbs 4:1. It say, "Hear you, O children, Salakia, hear you, children, the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding." And it said, verse 2, "For I give you good doctrine, forsake you not my law." So at the end of the day, the Lord said, just come back to him, and he give you good doctrine. He's not going to make you mislead you. This is not no misdirection. This is not like no navigation. You make a turn, a GPS in it, you got to get corrected again. It's not none of that. You get this, you're going to stay aligned, you're going to stay on track. But you have to have wisdom and understanding. And let's say this is verse 5 of Proverbs 4, verse 5. It say, "Get wisdom and get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline from the words of the mouth."
I know, we're almost done. You popping up on the video, just wait.
I need the oil poured out.
Get out. Get out.
So I can cook dinner.
Well, you know, I'm just going to say the last verse and we can close it because we keep getting interrupted. It say, forsake her. This is Proverbs 4, verse 6. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve you. Love her, and she shall keep you. And that's coming into this knowledge and this wisdom and understanding with the Most High. Because beginning of fear of the Most High is wisdom. It's knowledge and understanding. So when you get that, then you understand the Most High and what's going to happen. And it's going to bring fear upon you. And you go tremble a little bit, but at the same time you get comforted, you know? Because it's going to cut your spirit, but then the Most High going to put band-aids on you to make you heal up, and it's going to make you stronger. Just sit back and trust in Him and put all your faith into Him. Believe, no matter what comes upon your way.
Like He says, seek me and live. You'll live longer if you go back to God. You will. And with that, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and name Yahushai. Ba'ashem, Rakak, and name Yahushai. And shoot, it was on to the next video, and Shalom.